The message to your future. You may think your small actions don't matter, skipping one effort, delaying one goal, ignoring one responsibility. But let me tell you something powerful. Your future is not created in one big moment. It is built in the small decisions you make every single day. God is watching. Your future is waiting.
And your destiny is being written right now. So today I ask you, what story are you writing with your life? Think about your life for a moment.
Every single day, you are faced with hundreds, even thousands of choices. Some feel trivial, choosing to hit the snooze button one more time, scrolling through your phone instead of starting that task, or skipping that extra effort at work or in your studies. At the moment, they seem insignificant. You might even think it's just one small thing. It won't matter. But here's the truth. Those tiny, seemingly unimportant choices are quietly shaping your destiny. They are the brushstrokes painting the masterpiece of your life. Imagine a young student waking up at 6 a.m., dragging themselves out of bed to study while their friends sleep in. It's uncomfortable, it's hard, and it feels like no one notices. But what does that choice do? It adds up. Day by day, week by week, month by month. That small action compounds. And one day, that student walks across a stage with a degree in their hand, or lands a job they once only dreamed about. Their future self is looking back, smiling, saying thank you for choosing discipline when it was easier to give in to laziness. Now let's take a slightly different scenario. A young professional has a dream of building a successful business. Every morning they choose to invest time in learning, networking, and improving themselves instead of wasting hours on entertainment that offers no growth. It doesn't feel monumental at first. Sometimes they may feel discouraged when progress is slow. But these daily choices, the decision to read one extra page, to send one extra email, to step out of comfort, these are the bricks forming the foundation of a future they will one day live in. Every effort counts, and every small action sends a message to your future self. I am serious about becoming the person I want to be. Even the small habits in our personal lives carry weight. Choosing kindness over anger, patience over frustration, or honesty over convenience shapes not only your character, but the life you will eventually experience. If you habitually let frustration control your words, your future relationships may be strained. If you consistently act with integrity, even when no one is watching, your future self will reap the rewards in trust, respect, and deeper connections. God watches these small choices. The universe responds to them. Your destiny responds to them. Here's another simple daily life example. Consider health. Eating a salad instead of fast food today doesn't feel life-changing. Doing a 10-minute walk doesn't feel revolutionary. But over time, these small choices protect your body, increase your energy, and give you longevity to pursue your dreams. Your future self, 10, 20, 30 years from now, thanks you. They are healthier, stronger, and capable of experiencing life more fully. All because you made a small choice today. Financial habits too are shaped by the tiny decisions we make daily. Choosing to save $5, $10, or $20 each week instead of spending it impulsively might seem trivial. But years later, those same small choices compound into thousands, creating financial security and opening doors that were once closed. Your future self looks back, grateful that you didn't underestimate the power of consistency and patience. Even the way you approach your mindset, your inner thoughts, follows this rule. Choosing to focus on positivity instead of complaining, choosing hope over fear, choosing growth over stagnation. These are all small choices. Every time you decide to see a challenge as an opportunity instead of an obstacle, you are shaping a mindset that is resilient, empowered, and unstoppable. One choice at a time, your mind is being trained to overcome, adapt, and conquer. What makes this so powerful is that you don't need a single extraordinary moment to change your life. You don't need one miraculous event, one huge leap, or one stroke of luck. You only need small, consistent choices. They may feel slow, even invisible at first, but they are always moving you forward. They are shaping your future silently, invisibly, and powerfully. Remember, every time you choose effort over comfort, discipline over laziness, patience over frustration, and faith over doubt, your future self is watching. They are learning from you. They are being molded by you. Every action you take today is like planting a seed. Some seeds grow into trees that give shelter, fruit, and life. Others remain small because they were never nurtured. Which seeds are you planting today? Which choices are you making consistently, without shortcuts, without excuses, even when no one is watching? The truth is, greatness is not born in grand gestures. It is born in the small everyday choices that accumulate, layer by layer, until they form the life you dream of. Your future is shaped by what you do now, not by what you hope will happen later. And the most inspiring part, you have full control. You are the sculptor, your actions are the tools. Your choices are the chisels that carve the statue of your life. So today, be conscious, choose wisely, make decisions that your future self will thank you for. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for luck, and don't wait for the perfect moment. Your future is watching you right now. Are you showing it the version of yourself that will make it proud? Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline's not restriction. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect you can give to yourself. It's the way you tell the world, and more importantly, tell your own heart that you are worthy of the life you dream about. Think about it. Every time you choose to wake up early, to stay committed to a goal, to push yourself even when it's uncomfortable, you are sending a message. Not to anyone else, but to yourself, that you deserve success, growth, and fulfillment. Imagine a young athlete training every single morning before the sun rises. While friends sleep in, complain, or make excuses, they are out there running, lifting, practicing. Every repetition, every lap, every push is not just training their body, it is a declaration of respect for their potential. They are telling themselves, I respect my goals. I respect the dreams I've set for myself. I deserve to become great. And that respect becomes a habit, a force that cannot easily be shaken. The future version of that athlete is grateful for every early morning, every sore muscle, every moment they chose effort over comfort. Discipline shows up in the small things too. Consider a student trying to learn a new skill, sitting down to focus on their studies when distractions are everywhere. Social media, friends, entertainment is a test of discipline. Every choice to prioritize growth over immediate pleasure is a choice that says, I am worthy of knowledge. I am worthy of progress. I respect my own time and mind. This is how self-respect manifests in action. Over time, those consistent, disciplined choices compound. They create a person who doesn't just dream about success. They achieve it because they honored themselves enough to put in the work when it mattered most. Even in daily life, discipline is quietly powerful. Imagine someone choosing to eat healthily, not because someone is watching, but because they value their body, their energy, and their ability to live fully. Choosing to exercise consistently, even when it's tiring, demonstrates self-respect. It says, I care about myself I care about my longevity. I value the gift of life I've been given. And the beauty is that this respect is visible not in grand gestures, but in the calm confidence of a person who knows they are living in alignment with their values. Discipline also protects you from regret. When you respect yourself enough to do the hard work now, you avoid the future pain of realizing that you could have done more, achieved more, or been more. Every time you resist the temptation to give up, to procrastinate, or to take the easy path, you are investing in a future self who looks back with pride rather than disappointment. Life doesn't reward people who are lazy or inconsistent. It rewards those who consistently respect themselves enough to act. Even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. Let's take the example of someone trying to grow their career or start a business. Every day they commit to learning, improving, and taking steps forward, even if it's uncomfortable. Staying late to finish a project, learning a new skill, networking instead of isolating, saying no to distractions. All these acts of discipline are ways of saying, I value my dreams. I respect the person I am becoming. I will not settle for less than my potential. Those choices, repeated day after day, become the foundation of a future filled with achievement, respect, and satisfaction. Discipline is also deeply tied to emotional strength. Choosing patience over frustration, kindness over anger, or self-control over impulsiveness is another form of self-respect. When you discipline your mind and emotions, you are sending the message that your inner world matters, that your reactions are worth mastering, and that you deserve to live a life not dictated by chaos or impulses. The person who masters themselves through discipline becomes someone who can face challenges without fear, who can stay calm under pressure, and who commands respect naturally, becomes trust naturally, because they respect themselves first. The power of discipline is magnified when no one else is watching. It is easy to perform when others are applauding. The true strength comes from showing up when there is no audience, no recognition, no external reward, simply because you respect yourself and your future. That is the kind of discipline that builds character, that shapes destinies, that prepares a person to seize opportunities and overcome obstacles that others might shy away from. At its core, discipline is not about restriction, it is about empowerment. Every time you choose effort over comfort, persistence over quitting, integrity over convenience, you are investing in yourself. You are honoring your potential. You are telling yourself and the universe that you are worthy of a life of achievement, purpose, and fulfillment. And the more you practice discipline, the more it becomes part of your identity. You don't just do disciplined things, you become a disciplined person. So remember this, the moments when you choose discipline, even when it is hard, even when it feels inconvenient, are the moments when you are showing the greatest form of respect for yourself. Your future self is watching. They are learning from you. They are shaped by you. Every act of discipline today becomes a brick in the foundation of a life filled with purpose, achievement, and self-respect.
Choose discipline, honor yourself, and watch your life transform in ways you never imagined. Delay is silent. Delay is silent.
It doesn't shout, it doesn't force, it doesn't look dangerous. In fact, it often feels comfortable. It whispers soft lies like, you can do it later, there's still time, one more day won't matter.
And before you realize it, that one more day becomes weeks, months, even years.
This is how dreams slowly fade. Not because people are incapable, but because they keep postponing the life they were meant to live. Think about how many times you've said, I'll start tomorrow. Think about how many times you've said, tomorrow to wake up early, tomorrow to work on your goals, tomorrow to take that first step. But tomorrow has a dangerous habit. It never arrives. When tomorrow comes, it brings another tomorrow with it. And this cycle continues, quietly stealing your time, your energy, and your potential. Imagine a student who dreams of achieving something great. They know what they need to do. Study consistently, focus on their work, avoid distractions, but every day they delay. I'll study later tonight. Later becomes late. Later becomes tiredness. Comes an excuse to start fresh the next day. Days pass. Exams come closer. Stress builds. Panic replaces confidence. And suddenly, the same person who had big dreams feels overwhelmed. Not because they weren't capable, but because they delayed taking action when it mattered most. Now think about someone who wants to improve their life, maybe get fit, maybe build a better career, maybe learn a new skill. They have the intention, they even have the plan, but they keep waiting for the perfect moment.
The perfect mood, the perfect conditions. But life doesn't work like that. There is no perfect moment.
There is only this moment, and every time they delay, they move one step further away from the life they desire. Delay feels harmless in the beginning, but its consequences are heavy. It creates regret.
This so, formulae form.
It builds frustration. It slowly weakens your confidence. Because deep inside, you know you are not doing what you should be doing. And that feeling, that quiet guilt, it grows. Not because you are failing, but because you are not even trying when you have the chance. Look at daily life. Something as small as delaying a simple task, like making an important phone call, finishing an assignment, or even cleaning your space, creates mental pressure. It stays in your mind, it drains your energy. But the moment you take action, even a small step, you feel relief, you feel lighter, you feel in control. That is the power of action, and that is the cost of delay. Delay also robs you of opportunities you may never see again. Imagine someone who had the chance to start a business, apply for a job, or express an idea. They hesitate, they wait, they overthink. And while they are waiting, someone else takes that step. Someone else grabs that opportunity. Life moves forward, but without them. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they waited too long. The truth is, success does not belong to the smartest or the most talented. It belongs to those who act, those who start even when they are not ready, those who move even when they are unsure. Because action creates momentum. Cass, action creates momentum. And momentum creates results. Even in personal growth, delay is dangerous. When you postpone improving yourself, your habits, your mindset, your discipline, you are choosing to stay the same. And staying the same means staying stuck. Growth requires action. It requires movement. It requires doing the H. D. Hard things now, so that your future becomes easier. Think about your future self. The person you will become in 5 or 10 years. That person is shaped by what you do today, not what you plan, not what you think about, but what you actually do. Every time you delay, you are sending a message to your future. I am not ready to grow. Every time you delay to grow, I am not ready to change, and your future responds accordingly. But here's the powerful truth. You can break this cycle at any moment. Right now, not tomorrow, not later. Right now. The moment you decide to act, you take control. The moment you stop waiting and start doing, everything begins to shift. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to begin. Start with one small step, one action, one decision that moves you forward. Because once you start, you build confidence. Once you act, you create energy. And once you move, you realize that the fear, the doubt, the hesitation, they were never as powerful as your ability to take action. Remember, delay is not just about time, it is about losing parts of yourself, your potential, your growth, your opportunities. Every moment you delay is a moment you can never get back. But every moment you act is a moment that builds your future. So stop waiting. Stop telling yourself later. Stop negotiating with your dreams. They don't need your excuses. They need your action. Because your future is not waiting for you to be ready. It is waiting for you to begin. Pain is not something anyone wants to feel. We avoid it. We run from it. We complain about it. But here's the truth that most people never realize. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is a teacher. Pain is the forge in which your character, your resilience, and your strength are created. Every moment of discomfort, every struggle you endure, every setback you experience is shaping a future version of you that is stronger, wise, and more capable than you could ever imagine. Think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. The first few attempts are full of falls, scraped knees, and frustration. The child may cry, curse the bike, or feel like giving up. But every scrape, every stumble, every moment of difficulty is teaching balance, focus, and determination. The pain of falling today builds the skill and confidence needed to ride freely tomorrow. Those early wounds become invisible victories, and the child grows stronger because they endured the struggle. Life works the same way. Now imagine an athlete preparing for a competition. Every early morning workout, every rep completed while exhausted, every extra mile run, when their body screams to stop, every sacrifice of comfort and leisure, these moments are painful. They hurt, they challenge the body and mind, but each moment of pain strengthens muscles, endurance, and mental toughness. The same pain that feels unbearable in the present is what allows them to break records, achieve goals, and experience triumph in the future. Without that pain, there is no growth, no mastery, no victory. Pain is not limited to physical challenges. Emotional pain too shapes us. Think of someone who has faced rejection, perhaps in love, career, or friendships. Rejection stings. It shakes confidence. It leaves scars. But the lessons within that pain teach resilience, humility, and self-awareness. It pushes people to work harder, to improve themselves, and to grow in ways comfort never could. The heart that feels deeply also learns deeply. The soul that endures hardship becomes wise. Pain today is the teacher of emotional strength tomorrow. Even in our everyday lives, small moments of struggle build strength. Waking up early to finish a project when you would rather sleep teaches discipline. Enduring a difficult conversation with patience and understanding chess emotional control. Pushing yourself to complete tasks you feel incapable of teaches perseverance. Each moment of discomfort, each effort that challenges you, is quietly fortifying your future self. The person you will become tomorrow is sculpted by the moments today when you endured pain instead of giving up. Consider someone trying to build a career. They face criticism, setbacks, and even failures. A presentation goes poorly, a project fails, a goal seems out of reach. The pain is real. The disappointment is heavy.
But each challenge is a lesson. Each failure is a step closer to improvement. Each moment of struggle forces creativity, problem solving, and determination. One day, these experiences coalesce.
The person who once struggled is now confident, skilled, and unstoppable. All because they endured pain instead of running from it. Pain also teaches patience. Real growth never happens instantly. The discomfort you feel when learning a new skill, breaking a bad habit, or taking responsibility for your life is part of a process. It forces you to slow down, pay attention, and work steadily toward your goals. The pain of effort is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts a lifetime. Even the simple struggles of daily life, waking up when you're tired, choosing healthy food when you crave junk, speaking up when it's uncomfortable, are forms of pain. They challenge you, they stretch you, and they create inner strength. Your future self will look back and thank you for enduring these small battles. Because without them, the foundation for resilience and greatness would never exist. Here's the most important lesson. The pain you feel today is never wasted. It is never meaningless. It is not punishment, it is preparation. Every struggle, every discomfort, every challenge is God or the universe giving you the tools to handle greater challenges tomorrow. Each moment. Tea of pain is a seed planted for future strength, wisdom, and success. So when life is hard, when the weight seems unbearable, when failure or disappointment strikes, remember, this is not the end. This is not a sign that you are weak or incapable. This is a sign that your strength is being forged. Every tear, every setback, every ache is shaping a future you that is more powerful, more resilient, and more unstoppable than the you of today. Do not shy away from the pain. Do not complain endlessly about it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Let it strengthen your mind, your body, and your spirit. Endure it today. Because tomorrow you will be thankful. The challenges you overcome now are the victories your future self will celebrate. The person you will become, strong, confident, resilient, capable, is already being created in the moments when you endure pain instead of avoiding it. Every struggle is a lesson.
Every hardship is a stepping stone. Every moment of discomfort is shaping the greatness you are destined to achieve. Remember this: pain is temporary, strength is forever.
The discomfort you face today is the power your future self will carry. Endure, persist, grow. Your tomorrow is being forged right now.